Guys, this is the real Randy Chavez. I have a bit of data to go over. Trophy Kangaskhan, other big lots. So it's going to jump right in. So we had a base set Charizard, first edition PSA 9. Now, a bunch of these are from the auction house, Heritage Auction. So they give a little bit of a fee. So I'll give what they actually sold for and then what they paid with the fee on top of that. So this base set Charizard, first edition PSA 9, sold for $12,000. With the fee, it was $14,400. Still a bargain, I think. We had a University Magikarp, Unicarp as I call it, PSA 8, sold for $9,250. With the premium, it was $11,100. Super Secret Battle Promo, number 1, PSA 10. I remember the article last year where this sold for like $60,000, got transported, got stolen. I don't even know what ever happened with that. But that was a record price point for that card at this time. At that time, now, about a year later, $75,000 was the winning bid, and then the price that they paid was $90,000. Holy fuck, that JPEG. That is fucking ridiculous. Those are great cards. Very, very rare. Rarer than my Trophy Kangaskhan. Speaking of Trophy Kangaskhan, we had a PSA 9. This one was interesting because a little background. A PSA 7 sold for like $29,000 like on eBay like less than 2 months ago. So the fact that this PSA 9, the winning bid was $31,000, all they had to pay was $37,200 for this PSA 9. If I had the money, I would have might have bought Tesla stock, but if I had the money, this is a great investment. So few of these cards out there. I don't know how many bidders were on there. It was at least 7. My bid of like $21,000 was outbid with like 3 days left, and I see it climbing. It's like, all right, fuck it. Magneton base set, first edition PSA 9, sold for $1,000. I had to pay $1,200 after fees. Neo Genesis box, first edition, sold for $13,000. They had to pay $15,600 after it's all said and done. Neo Revelation first edition box, $12,555, and the amount they had to pay was $15,066. So Neo Genesis, I think, is a little bit more of a popular set because it's the first one that happened to come up in of Gen 2. That was the first that we saw of the Gen 2 starters, and those 10s, those first edition holos are so incredibly hard to grade. I'm surprised that Neo Rev got almost as much, pretty much the same thing that Neo Genesis did. Again, $13,000 for Neo Gen, $12,555 for Neo Rev. So they're right there, which I thought was interesting. So we have a first edition Rocket box sold for $6,500, and they had to pay $7,800 with the premium. That's nice. Gym Heroes box first edition sold for $6,750. They had to pay $8,100 when it was all said and done. That I thought was cool too. A Fossil box first edition sold for $5,750. After it's all said and done, they had to pay $6,900. Which I think these are all good prices. Like they're not crazy expensive yet. They're not at the 5-figure level, which they will get there at some point. Then we had a Gym Challenge box, my favorite. So the Gym Challenge box, what? Oh, I know. First edition sold for $8,000 was the winning bid, and they had to pay $9,600 after the premium. That is very, very close to that $10,000 mark, that 5-figure that I think will hit eventually. And I had the chance to buy a box for like $4,400 like a year ago, and I did not. I didn't do it. So Jungle box sold for $7,250. This is the first edition, obviously, and they had to pay $8,700 after it's all said and done. I can't read these, so I'm going to turn on the light. Sorry, guys. Then we had a 24-karat golden Pikachu. It was made in 2019. It was a solid 24-karat gold Pikachu. It was really cool. Something that I really wanted, but I was not paying the $18,000 that the winning bid paid for it. And they had to pay $21,600 after it was all said and done. So moving past the Heritage Auctions, we have a Typhlosion T17. First edition. It was raw. I would have given... in a week 9, definitely a solid 8 is my grade. That's what I would have given it. But the top 5 bids were $1,200, $1,250, $1,325, $1,585, and the winning bid was $1,610. Yeah, if they got an 8, well, if that grades an 8, they paid a premium. If that grades a 9, which it very well may, They got that for a steal. So another T17. This was a BGS 9.5. I had a 9 for centering, but 9.5 for edges and surface, and a 10 on the corners. So for $8,000, record price point for the 9.5 for this card. That's fantastic. So yeah, again, that guy that's offering $17,000 for a first edition PSA 10 cannot get it. He might have been the person that bought this. I don't know. We had a Charizard base set unlimited. I think that was a PSA 9, sold for $800. Then we had a Nidoking first edition PSA 9, $610, but the reserve was not met. So they relisted it, but they relisted it as $650 or best offer. Like, just take the $610, bro. Like, whatever. Nidoking base set first edition PSA 9, sold for $650. I think is a steal. I really do. Giovanni's Nidoking starting bid was $499, and nobody bid on it. So I think that's something there. If I make a couple more sales, I'll get another one because $500 is so undervalued. So on first edition PSA 10, how grab a badass Nidoking. Like, there's the normal base set Nidoking, which looks cool. Like, it's base set, but the artwork on the Gym Challenge Giovanni's Nidoking, where it's like he's half here and it just looks like he's ready to fucking punch someone. Looks like he just earthquake a motherfucker. He does not know choke. Does he know body? He knows body slam. What? Can he learn seismic toss? I think so. He looked like he just seismic tossed someone, ready for battle, in the middle of a battle. It looks so fucking cool. That card is stupid undervalued for $500. I as soon as I make a couple more sales, I'm buying it. Movies? Misties. Moltres, first edition PSA 9. Fossil set, sold for $210. Then we had Koga's Arbok from Gym Challenge. That's a rare card. Why do I like this card? I only have one of them. It's in my complete set. I should buy more, just because for anyone that hasn't seen or hasn't read the manga, there's one scene where Blue, Red's rival, has his like Charmeleon, slashes the Arbok in half, blood everywhere. Arbok's dead. Koga's like, my Arbok! And eventually, later, we know that the patterns, which I would love if they would include this in the game, but they can't right now. The patterns on a Cobra will give it special powers. Like, some Cobra's venom will be so poisonous. But we learn out later when Blue and Koga have to team up to take on, I think, Lorelei of the Elite Four. I forget who they take on. I think they take on Agatha. Koga's Arbok is fine. We're like, didn't we see it die? That Koga's Arbok pattern specializes in regeneration. It regenerated. It was so the fact that you get to see and battle with Koga's Arbok, and you get to from the story, that is so fucking cool. That sold for $67. That's probably a fair price point. I love that card. I think it's really cool. Rare card at that. We had a Misty's Gold Duck, first edition PSA 9, sold for $250. That is incredibly undervalued, considering the 10 just sold for $6,000. That's under. I have two already. I can't really buy more. I don't have a lot of money right now, but if I did, the 250 is very undervalued for that card right now. Dark Scizor, first edition PSA 8, sold for $51. And Aerodactyl pre-release, first edition PSA 9, sold for $65. I think that's very undervalued, but that's what it sold for. Rockets Zapdos, first edition PSA 10, sold for $950. Record price point. I think the most recent one sold for like $650 or $700. So this just freaking shot up. And then we have a Metal Energy. This was listed and sold within 2 days. First edition PSA 10. Remember the last one sold for like $2,200 or $2,250. This one sold for $2,700. Getting close to that $3K price point. And what did I do after that first edition PSA 10 sold for like $2,200? I spent like $500 or $1,000 buying so many first edition PSA 8s, 9s, and 7s of that Metal Energy and I bought them for like 7 I bought for like $10, the 9 I bought for like $30, and the 8s I averaged for around $30 to $40. I just did a buyout for it because that was so stupid undervalued. It still is. The fact that you can get a 9 for less than $200 is insane. Insane. Then we had a Rockets Mewtwo, first edition PSA 10, sold for $950. So it means at the record price point at 850, went down to 8, another 850, 9, and then so this is 950. This is the record price point. Again, a lot of these cards from Gym Challenge, first edition PSA 10 that are hollow, they're all going to be $1,000. Even Koga's Ditto. I bought 2 Koga's Dittos in the last couple weeks, and I might buy a third if that other Zoo Toys thing get back to me. Just because $300, that, or less than that, $250 if I can get it. Yeah, so these are things. The Gym Challenge ones are the ones that I think that are going to be very, very huge. Again, it's my favorite set, so I'm a little biased. I do have every single one of these cards in first edition PSA 10, and yeah, this is it is getting harder to buy those. Like, that's why I'm so focused on like Koga's Ditto and Giovanni's Nidoking and even Misty's Gyarados. I have like fucking 4 of those, and Giovanni's Gyarados, because when they get to the $1,000, like if I had the money, I would get this guy Gust of Wind Pokemon on Instagram selling his first edition PSA 10 Arcanine for $1,700. That is at least minimum a $2,000 card right now, although I think it should be higher, because there's only 131 PSA 10 copies. I have 6 of them, so really only 125 out there, and yeah, that's very, very rare, very, very undervalued at $1,700. But again, I should buy it, but I don't have the money. But it's very hard for people to pay over $1,000 for that one, because it's more than my rent. And it's more than my rent. Also, over leverage everywhere else. Like, so people also have a mental barrier about that too. They don't really want to buy it if it's that much, a 4-figure item. So me focusing on the stuff that I can with that Giovanni's Nidoking 500, which I'm gonna list stuff right now to sell so I can buy it. That's probably what I'll do. That's probably the best course of action. So, guys, I am going to go. That is my video for the day. I hope you all are well. Please like, comment, subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Likes help. They make me feel good. PokeTrader, I see you. And then I will catch you all later. All right. I hope this helps. I hope you all make money with it. Invest safe.